So in this video, I just want to go over my ViteJS ArcMaps SDK for JavaScript sort of base project that I set up for VSCode and that. And so there's a few things we drop into place just to give a smoother experience. Once you make one of these, you can easily put it up to GitHub and then just clone it yourself, and every once in a while update the libraries. So we got to come in and open up VS Code and get a terminal. Then we'll run some installs and then do some drops. And then we can start removing things and then do some core edits on it. So as they say, let's get started. So I have my drops ready to go, but just so you know, empty folder, nothing in it. Right click, open with VS Code in that. Now VS Code has popped off the screen. I'm going to slide it across in a second. Here we go. And so we can see there's nothing in here. And I will go up and I will, in a terminal, new terminal. Always check, I guess, your node version in that. Now, we've ran into some projects that needed specific node versions, so we are using Fast Node Manager, use version 22, we'll say. And just check, I'll go node -- version to make sure. So let's say we're using the latest in that. So just go make sure you have Node installed. If you don't want to get into Node like a Node manager like NVM or FNM, then just do a regular install Node and you'll have that particular version. I'll clear this up. So this is where I'm going to go. Node Package Manager. I want to create a Vite project. Now you can go at latest at dev. I'm just going to go Vite. It should get me by default the latest, and dot space. I do the extra space at the end so that I see the dot that I put it in, and that means make it in here. And I'm just going to go vanilla JavaScript once it warms up in that. So this took a second. I'll do vanilla on here. And then down to get JavaScript, and then Node Package Manager, and you can just go installer I. I is just short in that. This install is relatively quick. The next one might take a few seconds in that. So I want to install at ArcGIS map-components. So that's the one I want. This can sometimes take a minute or two, so I'll come back when it's done. But we'll fire that off. You can see it's spinning, and I'll be back shortly. Well, okay, that took a few minutes. Hopefully it feels like instantaneous in the video. So I'll just clear that up. In that, I do want to just review where are we. Okay, so what have we done so far? And so we started with the empty folder, and we created the Vite project, and we got the map components. Now the thing about this is the map components are dependent on the SDK, which also has a little bit of a calcite dependency. So we brought all three of those in one shot. We are going to come back and have to adjust this. We're going to do some drops and removals, and then we'll get into how we fix what we did here in that for IntelliSense purposes. So I have some drops set up that I want to put into this folder and that. So if I bring up my file manager, this is the folder that was just created or populated. I have down in my drops, I'm going to take these. So if I take them at this level and I drop them in at the root of my folder, everything should go right in the right spot. So .VSCode, so drops are done in that. So we'll go back to the document, take a look at removals, drops are put in, and we can get rid of some of these and then fix that because we're going to be hacking it a little bit here. And so most of these removals are down in here. We don't need these two files anymore. And in public, we won't need the Vite one either in that. Now, for your best IntelliSense and that sort of thing, VS Code, this folder here with settings will help us with HTML, calcite, and the new map components. We do have to come into the package.json and fix some things in that. So we'll call these, there's some under dependencies, we'll call it hidden dependencies, that the map components are dependent on the SDK, and the SDK uses some calcite and that. So for us to get good IntelliSense, VS Code's optimized to come look at your dependencies and only scan that directory in node modules. This is what we've, how would we say, reverse engineered in the full time, that hey, it was not giving us good IntelliSense, but that's because we figured we're just trying stuff to make things work, and we stumbled upon this, try to do this. So I'll go ArcGIS, and if I can find core, there it is right there, pick it off the list. It'll go hunt the version for me in that, because that's going to be very dependent on when you install this, what the version currently is. And so I'm going to put in, this one's at ESRI, and it's calcite components. Doesn't always pop in the list. Calcite, there it is, components, and let it find the version number for you. Now what'll happen, this is what, sort of like I said, we reverse engineered. Now VS Code will descend in these directories looking for types because they're mentioned in your dependencies here. But they are technically kind of hidden because map components dependent on core, let's say dependent on calcite in that. So that will fix some IntelliSense issues and that. And so we're almost good to go. We're almost at the point of editing files. Well, we did. We just did this part here and that. And we're going to go into the index HTML and set this up. So let's get back there. So this will set up our in here. And so we'll do some changes. So we don't need theirs. We'll go to our war one, and we'll go GST 80 on war. In that. Maybe I should leave the 0 in there. Here we're going to change some stuff. Okay, so now that we've did those drops earlier with the .vs code folder, when we go arcgis-map, there it is, and we can finish it off. Now, this custom HTML element has custom attributes. One of them is base map, and we can go gray with an A vector. We can also give it a default zoom level of how far it's zoomed in. 8, 9, we'll go 8. And we got to give it a center. Now, a center took me a while to figure out because I kept putting the brackets in. Don't do that. So -123, comma 49, a little lat long. And that spaces sometimes are okay, but that's more for humans. And that computers only really care about the comma. So it kind of sets up our HTML. Not much more we need to do in here in that. Now we're over into styles. Too many. So we'll go Control A, back that up. We'll go back to our document and get it. We do need to tie into the ESRI kind of styles and that. So there's my document. We are going to need this import, and we probably have to give, from playing around, what is the minimal amount of information do I need to tell the map how big you are. And what I got it down to is I can't give it width. If I give it height, it knows what to do. Probably best, to give it a size. You'll see other techniques where if we put it inside a calcite shell, the shell will figure out how big it is and let the map know in that. But since we're not doing that today. Now, one thing is, this is a pound selector, so that's based on ID. So I had to use this ID on the map. So we'll go back here and we'll put it in. ID is equal to, and that. Now, I was reading somewhere, I think it was on some ESRI documentation, I'm not sure, but do not set your ID to the element name, right? They said that can cause problems when you're searching for them. So make sure they're not the same in that. And if I ever find that page I was reading, I'll try to tie it in here. So that'll set that style to that map. It's still not going to quite work because we have to do what I call, don't need any of this anymore, what's called a shadow import. Okay, and so we'll go import. Now this is why we edited the package.json file. So if I go cap arc GIS M, and that, so close. Try it one more time. Arc, well, I can see them in there. Sometimes it takes a while to, to catch up onto, because there's so many things. ArcGIS map, there we go. Now it's in the list, it's telling me it's coming from ArcGIS components, so I'm going to click it. One thing that always gets me is my cursor is technically still here, blinking, just in case I need to import something else. But I want to get to the end, so hit the tab key at this point in that. Now, this is a shadow import, I call it. So this is my term for this. Right now, VS Code says, look, I checked the remaining lines in main.js, line 6, and I didn't see you using ArcGIS anywhere. But shadow imports, and that. So they are being used. Okay. Now this is this thing where I at one time mixed like some CDN links in the HTML, and I was also importing locally, and this is where I lost a lot of time. So don't mix CDN and ESM. That's my advice in that. But then you do get this one little side effect where VS Code says, look, I checked line 6, you're not using ArcGIS map anywhere, so I don't think you're using this. But we are right here. Okay, in that. You notice my head doesn't have any links into a CDN in that. So there's about 4 or 5 lines that you need if you're going to go that way, but that's not the recommended way in this course in that. But just don't mix the two techniques in that. So the thing is, does this even work, right? And we won't know till we spin it up. And so some of this is on this vite config to open the server true and that. So I'll somewhere, oh, it popped in front of us here. And so it's loading there. Now, the mystery I haven't solved with all the latest versions is a little bit of a lengthy load. Although if we look in here, Vite's fired up and it's fine. And we've got the HTML over on our side and that sort of thing. So some other part of the tool chain is trying to figure something out. Once it fires up once, after that reopening seems as happy as it could be. And that I also, when you do these checks, check the console always in case you have an error. Console's nice and clean, so we're good. So I'll pause the video on my side and come back. And we're back. Okay, and that. Yeah, I'm not sure who finally woke up in that, but then it started kicking in. All good in that. And so we have a map that's got some basic, you know, pan and zoom that we can play around with in that. Yes. Well, we'll leave the demo at that. Other techniques with other components we'll try when we have a map with some layers in that on them. But that's a basic setup. And what we're trying to focus on here, again, is this document and getting things set up. When you do this part about hidden imports, let the tool figure out the versions, because this will be very sensitive to when you run the install, because it usually goes and grabs the latest in that. Just type in this first part, and if you pick it off the list in IntelliSense, then it'll fill the version in for you in that. And that's just to get better IntelliSense as we go along in that. So this is our basic setup. I'll bring it back in with VS Code in that. And so now we have an Arc, sort of a ArcMaps SDK using the mapping components, but as Vite as the development server. And that's all for now.